Alrighty, g'day guys, welcome to another game of Legion TD on FBG. Very solid roll here. It's gotta be landlubber, yeah, for sure it's landlubber. Actually gonna start slightly further back. Yeah, I might start him here. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, so we got Malf with Peasant and Landmine. Or Peasant and Rifle rather, Landmine from first roll. Got Panda Parasite rerolled into this. We can mix that with Gate Guard. But it's fine. Dark Priest mid game. Got Hammer Start reroll into Monk if you want to do Monk. Don't love the Monk roll here. I don't like the ads very much. And you can push with it, but quite weak on 3. So yeah, Hammer Panda seems okay. Okay, we're probably going Monk then. Alright. Either way, I'm just gonna play my line out. Okay, I am perfectly happy to see warriors. That's a bit of lag. Oh. Wonder how Panda with Parasite does. I've never seen this for warriors. Not that good. Okay, it's a bit too fragile. It obviously only hits one target. Nice sniping one of the warriors early means always hold. Actually, 3 landlubbers mid is not bad at all. God, it's fucking slideshow TD, isn't it? I just tabbed out for a sec there. I'll see if I can hopefully help it maybe somehow. Sure. How bad are we on 2? We're actually quite horrendous on 2. I'm gonna cut this Wisp. Sorry, I'm just tabbing out, closing a couple of things I had open. So it'll look real ugly for a sec, but hopefully it'll make it less laggy overall. As I say that, my screen is like completely frozen. Okay, there we go. So I don't know what you saw. I don't imagine it was... I don't imagine it was particularly interesting for a second there, but hopefully that'll make everything a bit cleaner, hopefully. Obviously, I think Blizzard in general is struggling with Diablo releasing. Like, it just seems to be. I don't know if there's any crossover or whatever, but definitely know the Hearthstone servers have struggled, because I've been playing a little bit of that. You wanna go Blood Orc or Spritties? Well, we're all hitting 240, so let's go Spritties. Down. I want the income, of course. I was hoping that the lag was actually gonna clean up. Also, this is not even close, by the way. 8 HP? Easy. Easy. Yep. Just get myself an undead here. So, very legal for me to push more. Yeah, it does, but I don't know how much you can trust landmine. I tried it somewhat recently on 3 and it exploded on 2 creeps and I leaked half the wave to no send. So I wasn't super happy about that. Any reason for me to not send a bow? I think there's no reason for me to not send a bow. Okay, they don't resend, but I'm probably quite comfortable just staying anyway. Because again, like if you look at my team, we have a Monk, we have a Pandaren, we have a Mouth Mix, also known as all of my mates bat on 3. Do I think they'll send 3? Not really. I don't think they're really going to send 3 into Scouted Lubber, but they also didn't leak too much here, did they? But I think it's fine for me to just stay and be solid on 3. Because I can go into overbuild on 4-5 with Night Saber, and it's fairly comfortable. There's one more send coming, unless I miscounted. Yeah, one more. So it's 1 mid max. Damn, what has 2 mid wagons mid? Crazy. Really doesn't seem to have helped the lag much, does it? We'll light push Jack here in case we scout King, which we don't, so that's fine. But yeah, I think very comfortable plan for me is overbuild till send. Not sure why I was hovering that sentry. I definitely don't want a sentry on 3 when it means I wouldn't get an undead. But yeah, these guys lost a little bit of HP. The latest update, I forget how much, but they're still quite good. But small enough, which I think was warranted. They were quite strong before, and they're still quite strong now. Yeah, they can go 3, 4, 5. As I said, I don't really think they're going to send 3, but I don't think it makes sense for me to push and risk, because if I'm risking, my team is quite bad here. There's obviously a lot of time, so they have enough send, or enough wood to go when they want. So the question I guess now is how much do I overbuild this end? Or overbuild till send? So I don't have to go crazy. He's not pushing either? Alright, fuck you guys, I'm not pushing that. It makes 0 sense for me to kill my roll in my spot by being the only one leaking. So I'm just not gonna do it. I'll build a fucking cyborg, I don't care. I probably won't actually build the cyborg, but I'll full build. Because it makes sense for him to give up, makes sense for him to give up. It's fair for him to stay, because Monk is good. But it should be both these guys pushing if anyone's pushing. And because they're not doing it, I'm not doing it. Because all that will do is negatively impact my lane. So yeah, 665 value. Normally I wouldn't do this. Normally I would probably just add the sentry in front for a bit of overbuild, maybe an extra landlubber if I had the gold for it. And that would just be a sort of safe overbuild. But like, this is just, it's kind of ridiculous, right? Well, whatever, I'm just not going to say anything. At the moment we're setting up to have 3 weak lanes. I'll still be strong because of level 1. But we are setting up to have 3 weak lanes. But in the event where they send 4, it's okay. It's still not great, but it's okay. If they don't send 4 and they go 5 instead, it's an absolute disaster. But it's okay, like this. Alright. So I'm holding 5 already like this. Sounds okay, yeah. It is a little risky though. Because we don't send enough to break overbuild. So if they're not overbuilding, it's right. If they are, it's kind of just tossed any advantage we had after 4, or like any pressure advantage we had. Probably shouldn't full send because we need king.
Someone call for the doctor? I bid him.
I'm not sure if doing no hermit is actually a good idea. Obviously it's like nice to have the extra send, but we're not so good on 7 where we can just not do king, and our push is quite bad and quite slow, so if we don't get a lot of time here, it's still quite awkward. Yeah, 37 is potentially not a lot of time, right? But we'll see. Yeah, 2 lanes mid. And this is the issue with everyone overbuilding 4, right? Stomp. Minimal time here then. Oh, we need some king for 7. So I may as well do it now. Another regen and some attack. Like, we can't full 7. We're not actually all that good on 7. I don't need to build here, so that's fine. Not scared of 6, but all I want is enough to reach 2 Night Sabers after farm. Because I think I'm staying 7-2 for 7. Don't think I get a lot out of 7-3, and I think 7-2 is actually helping me. And the answer to that depends. It's are you gonna try and hold 10 afterwards? No, you're gonna try and be relevant mid game. Because if you care about 10, then it's not landmines. If you don't care about 10, it's probably landmines. I think it's landmines in his spot because I'll be alright 10. I can get a thrall. It's crazy that everyone is just staying like even the really weak lanes. Like blue is quite weak this game. I mean, if you just have a look, I have 70 more value, right? 75 more value on my lane. About 150 more gold total. So I don't think it makes sense for him to like stay low, try and carry. If I was him, I would be rushing 7-4. If I was him, I would also be like kind of dead because I wouldn't be overbuilding on 4, right? But I think it's the most helpful thing. I can farm up to start and see if we go Wyvern or not. Zombie on the meat wagon, spider. Okay. War Chief I don't think is very good here, so we will go double Night Saber. I think I'm always affording Thrall, so I should be able to go double Night Saber and a Landlubber. But like, you can see how good my spot is, right? 7 to 1100 value with like 45 income. It's pretty acceptable in terms of income, right? And I really think we should stop kinging here, like, or stop sending here. So you look at our hold and it's like, maybe mid. Maybe mid? I don't trust that this is mid, honestly, if they go double Wyvern or Spirits. And then I'm only doing some damage, so I'm clear, right? I doubt I'm mid versus decent size sand. Can I snipe the Spirit? I would like to snipe the Spirit. Okay, nice. Snipe the Hermit, cool. Snipe the Wyvern. Alright. I mean, I killed some sands, which is not bad, did a decent clear. Obviously, not expecting huge things. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, right? Like, the actual setup on his lane isn't very good, so he's maybe mid? No, not even mid, right? And that's just an absolute... That's a disaster for us, right? It's horrible. Because he's now got 2 grey mains on his lane. He isn't mid-7. I'm just like, well... Like, your lane is actually just useless from here, right? It doesn't really do anything. Not to try and be mean about it, but just like, Greymane is not a very good unit, right? And if you're 4-1 for 7 in a slow game, not holding Saturn, so not like getting the value back into your lane, or like rewarding yourself for trying to hold 7. Not rewarding the team as a whole with like a big mid saving a heal, because we're losing 2 heals anyway here. And obviously your own lane's a lot weaker. Which is, you know... It's a bit of a horror, right? Hopefully does well on turn and can sort of make it back up, but that will be very much down to RNG. It's not like Greymane gets better now, right? It's a pretty underwhelming unit forever. Greymane's in it, I think, quite a similar boat to Blaster, where it just got power crept so hard. To the point where it's like... I don't want to call it unplayable, I don't know why I'm lagging against one third, but whatever. I don't want to call it unplayable, but I think it's almost unplayable. Now, get my War Chief into a Thrall. My spot's really cracked this game, which is a good thing. I'm just a bit concerned that, like, it won't matter because we may not ever have lumber to kill them. Or to, like, actually do anything meaningful this game. And that's what worries me. Because it's one thing to, I guess... I guess maybe the way I'm... Well, what I'm trying to say is, like, it's one thing to have 4 hero syndrome. And that's bad enough. It's another thing to have 4 hero syndrome where, like, 2 to 3 of those lanes aren't actually accomplishing anything, right? And they're not actually heroes, they're just low push, or no low. No push, no hold. Oof. Yeah, and they got baited pretty hard by the level 4, I guess. And the issue now is, like, if you don't have 2 Dark Priests, you're actually accomplishing nothing whatsoever on 10. At least on this roll, and he's on 50, I think. So... just, like, kinda needed 7-2, right? I'd Wyvern Whelp, so you didn't get lucky, but... didn't really matter. This M was quite big. That's Aqua LOD. Aqua LOD TOT? No, TOT's on pink, who is the mouth guy. Okay. Ironically, the lag giving me a very... giving me a lot of time to look at their units. That's kind of funny. It's kind of silly. Alright, we'll do the farm here, because I'm going to need it for turn. Would have been a Necrolite then, because it was a lot Aqua. but not certain because I didn't actually see it.
Has begun. Job's done. Thy bidding. I am prepared.
I doubt.
Out with
Like, I don't imagine he has enough gold for Hades' Lord and an Aqua set up on 8.
thy bidding.
Unless there was, like, another Lord that I wasn't
I
seeing.
am prepared. Enlighten me. Out with it.
Yeah, it is a case of ore, hey. It's like my lumber isn't even that bad. I'm 7-2. My lumber's like pretty median in the team, which is not what you want to see, right? Yeah, this end is going to be quite bad. Don't think we can really skip for anything, and that's like clearly better. The only thing I think we could consider is King 15, but don't really like it. I really don't like it, actually. No. Just go on, I don't mind. Anything sort of works. I mean, this end is small enough where it's just going to be like very much down to RNG, right? Something like Furb, I guess.
Thy bidding. Command me.
Okay, Thrall.
I am prepared. Out with it. For my brothers. Upgrade. We shall be the wiser. That's given. Enlighten me. Thy bidding. Job's done. For my brothers. Has begun. Job's done. I am prepared.
Alright, my setup is pretty cracked here. It's like a lot of value.
Let's get on.
Thrall pretty good. A lot of damage.
Out with it.
Oh, not a lot of damage, sorry. A bit of damage behind and just a lot of bulk.
Thy bidding.
So I'm confident in my mid here. Don't have a lot of faith in anyone else. He's doing, he's copying me and forgetting to juice the pirate. By the time I saw it, it's like, by the time I wrote it, yeah, like he had after APM to sell on one of his blockers, it's like never has time to change it, right? So it's just like, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just funny to me because I forget it as well. Did I say I trusted my hold here? I mean, we'll see eventually, right? When the lag, when the lag cleans up, fucking if. Turns out my hold is just trash. Certainly looks that way. I am really sorry about this lag. It is fucking horrendous these last couple of days. I would like to blame Blizzard for it. Anyway, this is actually game over here. We can let the king die. I have to go mid here for this to be playable. Even then, obviously, 5 legs on them. It was 4 heroes on 4, just one of them didn't actually mid. We did this to ourselves, so can't be too sad about it. And like, obviously I know it's an issue on 4, but at the same time I'm pretty sure it's incorrect for me to just kill my own lane. To be like, well, we need someone to push. Like it is, because I got ahead on 1, right? So when I'm ahead I should stay ahead and actually look to snowball it. Yeah, orange kind of said it, right? This was really disgusting gameplay. This is actually really, really tilting. I'm trying not to like be too blamey or whatever, but this is just super tilting because it's really difficult to play in a setup like this in your team, especially when it just doesn't make sense. Right? And this isn't one of those where like, oh, maybe I'm playing slightly suboptimally for content because I think it'll be cool if I hold. Like, no, this is actually my spot was really, really good, and then just everyone decided to hold. Which just basically, instead of letting me and probably like one other lane, let's just say teal, let's let me and Teal be strong. That's really easy, because he's super good for with monks. I'm really good like every level, and I'm ahead of the game, because after level 1 I obviously held my lane, got feed in mid. I'm super strong. So yeah, that's probably the easiest way to play this game, is just let me and the monk eat like 30 leaks mid. Purple doesn't go for grey mains, just does like literally anything else. Probably leaks a lot. Same deal with blue, they can add a bit, but it's just like, you know, except like have push, then we can actually fight on 5, right? Because they get punished super hard 5 if we have like 4 times Blood Orc Verb. Instead what we had was like 3 Blood Orcs, 3 Hermits or something. I think that was our send, 3 Blood Orcs, 3 Hermits, which is just obviously terrible, right? Like I don't mind going for it, because we kind of need the time to push, otherwise we're just staying low forever. So we kind of needed to get some time just to get our push and like even that out. So I still think the send was reasonable. It's just it wasn't big enough to really accomplish anything, right? Like 4 Blood Orcs, 4 Ferbs, they have no mids and they're leaking 50 to king, right? 3 Blood Orcs, 3 Hermits, which was our send, they have 2 small mids and they're leaking like 30 to king, right? There's major difference. Might even be more than 50 to king, actually might be more like 60 to king with Blood Orcs Ferbs. We might not take a heal because Stomp, but they have to do more king, which means they can't send as much on 7, right? And if they do more king, can't send as much on 7. Then maybe I'm mid, right? In fact, I'm probably mid on 7 with like, maybe I have 1180 value because I got more feed on 4, more feed on 5. Might have 1180 value and extra sentry. You know, mid on 7 against a smaller send, big difference. Teal can easily go. You know, Teal, it can be anyone, but let's just say Teal because it's sort of easy for Monk to overbuild for. And his role is pretty okay for mid-game as well with Thunderbird and that. You know, same deal with Teal, he can actually go mid then pretty comfortably. Can transition that into 10 for both of us, because instead of 2k value, instead of me being like 2k value, I'm probably like 2100 or like 2200. Teal's probably more like 1900, 2k, right? We have 2 lanes leaking a fair bit. We have 2 lanes that should be unbreakable. I mean, I think I got fairly unlucky to leak to that on 10, but it's kind of hard to analyze the focus when Blizzard's having it rough. And I do want to blame Blizzard for this because it's normally not this bad and it has been noticeably worse since Diablo released on, I think, this game and Hearthstone. But, you know, hopefully it'll calm down. I don't think I can do very much about it. Yeah, I don't know. Normally I don't talk for this long, but it was a little bit tilting, honestly, because that was just like, I think the game was completely fine. And then we just like decided to lose by playing really badly. I don't know, it was weird. But you know, hopefully this is like, I guess the good thing about this game is it should be very visible as to like what was bad and like why it was bad to have everyone overbuild, right? I think it was like very, very visible, which, so, you know, maybe it's a bit more understandable for like, sometimes in Lil, for example, like I will kill my lane pretty hard to just like have push, right? Not in every situation, of course, but especially like as a YOLO lane, a lot of time it's just be like, alright, if they send here, I'm going to die, and that's fine. Or like I'm going to leak a lot, but I'm going to have push, so that's fine. And you can kind of see like what I'm really trying to avoid was this game, exactly this game, right? Because as long as you have someone that's getting something out of the enemy team sending, like someone that's getting strong out of it, then the only other thing you need around that is push, right? If you don't have the push, then fucking no one's getting strong because you can't do anything after it. Which is the issue we ran into on 5. But yeah, rant over. Cheers very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all of that. As always, thank you to my patrons, you guys legends, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.